for now. So this is 4 sparkly chord inversions that are going to help your worship guitar playing, and I tried to work them in there a little bit. Was just making it up, but we're gonna hop in. We're gonna do these 4 shapes. I'm gonna show you a little bit of the music theory and a little bit of the background, and then I'm gonna show you how to play it, and then I'm gonna make the backing track available for you. So FYI, some of these next upcoming YouTube videos are going to be a little bit uncut. I'm going to do my best, but that's just for the sake of I haven't been able to upload. I've been so busy working on client stuff, but it doesn't matter. You don't want to hear about that. But just so you know, we're going to have some good content and good stuff anyway. So let's just get right into it. So here are these shapes. So we have something like so they all are variations of each other, and then 2 of them are actually the same shape, just played in a different position. And what these are, we'll just jump a little bit right into the theory. These are major 7 inversions. So if you don't know what a major 7 chord is, if you don't know how you actually build a chord, that's kind of the starting point. So if we go here, this is what I was doing before. So if we have a chord, we have the root note. So say we have a C chord, we have a C note. That's our root note. So we can call it the first, or we can just call it the root, just for now, the root or the first. And then if you want to build the rest of the chord, you go to the 3rd note. That's C, E. And then if you want to build a regular chord, you go to the 5th. With every chord, you have a root, 3rd, and 5th. So C chord, root, 3rd, root, 5th. And then it just repeats. D chord, same thing. You have root, 3rd, 5th. So if we start to add in other notes in between, say the 2nd note or the 4th note or the 6th note, it adds color and things that aren't in a regular chord. And same thing with the 7th note. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to add a major 7th note. Now in jazz, that's kind of the typical chord, but in worship, our typical chord is like C, and then our C major is kind of I don't want to say bonus chord, but it just sounds different. So we have the root, 3rd, 5th, and 7th, and that sounds like this on like a C chord. It also kind of sounds like this, kind of jazzy. Now what we're doing, all of this, so say I'm going to take this PC, the shapes I was showing you, it's actually kind of like this major 7 chord. We're going to bring this root up to the top, and we're going to play these 3 notes. That's pretty much what I'm doing for all of these. We're doing root, 7th, 5th. And that's it. So hopefully that theory didn't bog you down, but I'm going to show you how to play these and then what chords you can actually play them over, and I think it's going to be amazing for your own playing. So I'm going to get right into it. We're going to take it to the key of E, and I'm going to try to use this. I don't use this very often, but let's see if this will work with me. Okay, I don't know. So the first shape is going to look like this. Just like that. We're in the key of E. The way that I remember this is E major pentatonic. There it is. It's kind of like C sharp minor pentatonic, except you start on that 2nd note. So if you ever want to find, if you're in a different key, just use your minor pentatonic, and it's the top note of that pentatonic. We're going to start there with our 1st finger, and then we're going to just re-fret a little bit. So we have the 12th fret, E, 16th fret B, and 16th fret G, just like that. So we have... There we go. All right, there's our first chord. So you could say that's an E major 7. we're going to move on to the next one. If you go down this scale to this 9th fret, we're going to go up a half step. So now instead of pentatonic, it's more like a major scale. I don't have time to explain that now, but that's 10th fret on the B string. And then we're going to move down to the G string, 13th fret, and then we're going to move to the 14th fret D string. So we have right here. Yep, sorry that sound is annoying. Yeah, not my favorite sound. But there we go. There's our second shape. Okay. Now we're going to actually move to, and by the way, those two first chord inversions, if you, for some reason, don't know minor pentatonic and you've been living under a rock, just find your root note on your high E, and that's how you can kind of get your starting point. Then go down 2 frets in a string. Okay. Next shapes we're going to anchor off of the root note on the B string. So if you want to find an E note, because we're in the key of E, on the B string. Wow, I almost played enough sharp. It's embarrassing. It's 5th fret. Right there. So you can also think of, there's a little minor pentatonic shape. But I don't got time for that. We're just doing this little mini lesson. So 5th fret, B string. Right here. I guess I should show you that. So we got 5, and then we're gonna go all the way down to the 8th fret. Where am I at? And then we got the B. 9th fret. So there's our next one. Oh, you know what? I actually skipped one, but we can remember that anyway. Maybe I'll add it here. Maybe I'll add the 3rd one here because it's actually the same chord shape. So we have this one. Just like that. So your E is here, and then just go up to the next string. We have 5th fret, and then 9 and 9. Just like that. So we have... And of course, this is the time when it moves. So you can ignore these. I don't actually know how to get rid of them because I don't use this very often. There we go. So now that didn't move. This is the one you want. So chord 1, chord 2, chord 3, chord 4. Ignore this heresy right here. All right, ready? I'll play them first and then I'll show you and play them. Cool. So let me show you. I'll do 1. That one. Then we go here. There we go. Here. Then we go here. Then we go here. Cool. So let me show you a little bit of where you can actually play these now. And so we have the first one. We'll say it's E major. Let me say 12, 16, 16. Those are the frets we're playing. That's the first shape. Then we have 10, 13, 14. And then we have the same shape, which is 5, 9, 9. And then we have the second or the last shape, which is 5, 8, 9. That's going down each string. So these are the same notes and these are the same notes. This first one is kind of based off of an E major 7. And then this one's based off of an A major 7, which in the key of E is your 4 chord. So this is your 1 chord and that's your 4 chord. All right, does that make sense? I hope that's not confusing, but this one is mainly an E major 7 chord. So if you play an E over it, it becomes an E major 7. And then if you play an A and then play this one, it becomes an A major 7. So obviously we can play this shape. We'll call this shape 2 or pattern 2. And we'll call this one number 1. We can play 1 over an E, right? Sounds great. And then we can play 2 over an A. Okay, so let's look at this little progression here. Here's our progression, this little backing track that I just made with like presets. We just have 4 chords, A, C sharp minor, B, E. So what chord can we use over this first A? We can use the second shape, just like that. And then E, we can use the first one. All right, and we can use, over the E, we can use the high one or the low one. So if I take this, should be looped, I'll just show you. Oh, it's not going back. It's got post roll. There we go. Let's see if that works. Alright, so that's pretty easy. So you can mix in a random C sharp minor that you know, and then a B note that you know, and on these notes, get creative. So that would look like this. If I can loop it again. See how we're just shaping it around, and we're just putting it in there every once in a while. If you do it too much, it's kind of like, you know. But that's kind of the first step of these shapes, and then I'm going to do one, maybe 2 more steps. We can use, the next step is we can use this first shape over a C sharp minor. And if we put over C sharp minor, let's see if it'll focus on it. It becomes, I don't want to get into the theory, but it becomes a C sharp minor 9. So I go here, it becomes C sharp minor 9. It's very pretty sounding. Okay, kind of like this. Or if I go like this, don't try that at home. Okay. So there's a great way to put that in there. And then our next step for our next level for this one would be we can use it over an E. When we use it over an E, it becomes an E suspended. By the way, if you use it over an A, it becomes an A major 7. And then if you use this over an E, it becomes an E major 7. So I hope that's not too much theory. Hopefully somebody out there will like it. I have no idea. So if we use it over an E, this shape, over the E, it becomes an E sus. Technically, I guess it's not an E sus. I guess it's like an E add 4, just to be technical. Because it's not suspending means there's no third. So E, we'll just say add 4. I feel like that's wrong, but yeah. Okay, so now I'm gonna play the first shape over C sharp, and then I'm gonna play the second shape over the E. So that's this chord, and then this chord. We're going to do shape 1, shape 2. Here we go. There we go. So there's that. So it sounds really cool. I mean, I love playing this shape over the 6th chord, over the C sharp. That's what I'm doing. And then I really actually like playing this over the 1, especially if we're staying on that, maybe your opening service. And you're just holding the 1. And you can actually go in between both shapes on this E. Taking it from an E major 7 to the E add 4. So, all right, and then we're going to do 1. There we go. One more level. We're going to play, this one's pretty easy. If we play this over the B, it becomes a B add 4. I was going to say sus, but I guess it is add. Over B. If I can get that. Really common one. And then the A, it's like you don't want to play this second shape over the C sharp or the B, in my opinion, because there's an avoid note with this, with the A and the G sharp that's in this chord. So those of you that are kind of into chord tone theory, you'll know what that means. And then if you play this over the B suspended, it'll probably sound like a B dominant. So yeah, it's not terrible, but it gives it a more artistic feel and less of like a worship pop feel. So the other one would be the 2 chord, which we don't have in this progression. I love playing this shape over this F sharp, like 2 chord, and that actually makes it. I'm not actually broken this out. Yeah. So yeah, it makes it an F sharp minor 9, which makes sense. So we're gonna add this one on this next level, and I'm just gonna kind of do whatever on this last one, but you can see all the different possibilities, and that's the main thing. So I'm just going to play this out, but those are the 4 shapes that you are able to do with just these little patterns. That's the music theory behind them, and the tabs are there, and hopefully I'll make this backing track available with you. So yep, that's pretty much it. Like and subscribe, and hopefully I won't botch this. Let's loop it.